So today I'm going to be talking about NFTs and money for the video assignment for the blockchain course. So firstly, NFT stands for non-fungible token. So non-fungible token means that it cannot be replaced with something else. For example, Bitcoin, money, those are fungible because you trade them and you get something in return. So NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain, but other blockchains also have incorporated like their own NFTs. Ethereum is a type of cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin and Dogecoin, and I'm sure there's a lot more other cryptocurrencies that have come to light, but those are the ones that I can think of right now. Uh, the blockchain also keeps track of where the NFTs are being traded. So NFTs typically contain references to digital files, such as photos, videos, audio recordings, and because NFTs are uniquely identifiable, like they differ from like cryptocurrencies, which are fungible. So the market value of an NFT is associated with digital file it references. And the thing with NFTs is that there's only added value to it because um, the market that we know and the people that we know are the ones who are putting value onto it. So um, some might be some might be valuable, some might not, and I guess that just it all depends on like the buying frenzy of whatever the NFT is. So there's a buying frenzy for the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which I'll be talking about later, and that's what makes that one so popular. Whereas the ones which have just been like started that nobody knows about are less popular. So yeah, it's all about the perception or the kind of value that you put on the NFT itself that makes it valuable. So buying an NFT for someone does not mean that you own the digital rights or the physical assets it represents, though unless specified at the purchase point. Um, it's easy to verify the claims of ownership by checking transaction history. So because technically it is, and really it's all about the technicalities here, buying or selling an NFT is not selling the image or the copyrights, but it's selling, like let's say for a song, but it's selling the units of data that goes into the song that give you the ownership of it to put it on the blockchain. So some artists and collectors assume that NFTs are like the future of digital art, and it is. I'll have some more examples later on to why NFTs could be the future. But they create like a gatekeeper free market where artists can express themselves and buyers and collectors are able to own that art and use it on platforms, use it on some platforms. So, for example, if you are to buy an NFT, you can set it as your profile picture or post it online on your Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. And that's I guess that's what comes with owning an NFT. Like you have some sort of bragging rights because they do cost a lot of money, most of them, and especially the high end ones, like I mentioned before, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is basically just digital drawings of like a bored looking ape, usually with different attire or like a cigarette or whatnot. So these NFTs have proven very attractive in the famous celebrity world, ranging from like Kylie Jenner, Jay Z, Eminem, Justin Bieber, so celebrities like that. And back to the thing about value, because they have bought it, it's made the Bored Ape Yacht Club very valuable because a celebrity has it, meaning it gives it more, you know, just more. It looks, it's like a celebrity of NFTs, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Let's just put it that way. So there's also the Merge, which was an NFT created by an artist who goes by the pseudonym PAK or PAC, and that became the most expensive NFT ever sold to this day for I think $91.8 million. And the first known NFT was called Quantum, and that was created by Kevin McCoy and Anil Dash in May 2014. And it just consists like video clips of um, Kevin McCoy's wife, just I don't know what she was doing, but just videos of her. And McCoy registered the video on the Namecoin blockchain at the time, and it sold for only $4 during a live presentation at the New Museum in New York City at the 7 on 7 conference, I'm pretty sure. And in October 2015, the NFT project Etheria was launched and demonstrated at DEF CON 1. So NFT products have become a thing. It used to be more of a singular thing now, but now a lot of people have come together to collaborate on NFT projects. And 3 months after the launch of the Ethereum blockchain, that's when Etheria came on it. So most of Etheria's 457 purchasable and tradable hexagon tiles, and they went unsold for more than 5 years until March 13, 2021, when NFTs became really popular again amongst the celebrity world. And then all of them went, there's like a buying frenzy, and so these also can be used in pump and dump campaigns. So you put a lot of frenzy and popularity on one NFT, and then it raises like the buying frenzy. And they all sold in 24 hours, each for one Ethereum, which was $0.43 at the time. And the total was $1.4 million of the artwork sold. So another common use for NFTs are digital art. So high-profile auctions of NFTs are linked to digital art that have received like considerable public attention. So like the merge by the artist BK, which got 91.8 million, which that's how much it was sold for, as well as like game assets, so like plots of lands, characters, game skin, like skins for your character, lands, stuff like that. Also, the gaming industry have started to use NFTs as a stream of income because they can actually start building the game on the NFT blockchain. Music was also a big thing with NFTs, and they reported about 25 million in revenue from the NFT music industry because artists have started to sell their album covers as NFT tokens. And there's a lot of other use cases of NFTs, such as medical industry, where you can do NFT birth certificates. So those can be altered, and your birth certificate is most likely 100% true. It's on the NFT, as well as academic credentials. So like your diplomas, your degrees, and the grades that you get. Those can be altered either. Real estate also has become probably the one that's the most close to being used with the NFTs because with real estate, like it's hard to actually write down when the house was built, if it's like a very old house, or the kind of materials that's been used and how long it's been there. But with an NFT blockchain, you can track it down to its root and so on. So the next topic for this video is money. So some of the earliest currencies of money were like objects from nature. So like a notable example is cowrie shells, which was first used as money in 1200 BCE. And the general definition of money is that it's an asset and it's widely accepted as payment for goods and services or in the repayment of debt. So there are common misconceptions with the different meanings of money. So for example, wealth. Wealth can come from money, but it can also come from non-money assets, such as houses, cars, jewelry, artwork, stocks, bonds, crypto, etc. So wealth is also known as a stock, and income as a growth. So money is a stock. So currency refers narrowly to like the bank and the coins that are used in like circulation. So money can basically be anything as long as it's accepted as payment for services or repayment of debt. So if me and a friend want to agree that I can pay him or her with my AirPods for them to do some sort of service for me, then that's our way of paying each other, and we've paid each other and we've used this sort of money. So an interesting fact about money is that almost 95% of the money that we have is debt-based money. So if everyone were to start paying off their debts, then at the same time, right now, then we would actually have no money left in the world. So that's an interesting fact. So there are 7 different kinds of money, like 7 different properties of money. So one, that it must be durable, so it goes from hand to hand. So banknotes, coins, hemp of gold, my AirPods. It must be portable, so you can carry it easily, like in a wallet in your pocket, in your bra for some girls. Must be uniform, so it should have the same purchasing power as what you're getting in return. It should be limited in supply, so that means like it adds more value to it. So if you were to have, 110 franc coins, I'm going to use franc because I live in Switzerland, those are pretty valuable to you because having one means like losing one or giving one away, like buying something, you have less, so it's more valuable to have them all together. It should be widely accepted, so fiat money is what's widely accepted because you can't pay with like gold or Bitcoin everywhere yet. Well, gold not really, but Bitcoin is starting to become more widely accepted. It should be divisible, so the more you can split it, such as banknotes into coins, coins into cents. Like, I don't think there's less than that. And lastly, it should be interchangeable, so you should be able to change it between 2 parties. So there are also different kinds of money. So there's commodity money, and this is money that can that has like intrinsic value. So gold, silver, livestock, salt, grains, gems. There's representative money, so paper notes that can be exchanged. That's what we use, as well as fiat money. So that's consensus money. So you reach consensus that this is the money that we'll be using, that the world is using. So it's a trusted third party kind of money. There's no intrinsic value to it, but it can be redeemed for commodities. Credit money, so credit cards, credit checks, bank ledger money, and electric money, so debit cards, M-Pesa, and stuff like that. So fiat money is basically a government issued currency. So it's not like physically backed by commodities such as gold or silver, but it's rather the government just issues it. And the value of fiat money is mostly derived from like the relationship between supply and demand and the government stability in general. So if the government's doing horribly, if there's a war, then there'll be inflation or deflation. So it all depends on how your government is doing. So it's more than that, rather than just the worth of the commodity that's backing it. And most modern paper currencies are fiat currencies. So the US dollar, the euro, major global currencies. Lastly, I'll be talking about blockchain tools used on the blockchain. So first, you have your public-private key pair. So the private key is nothing more than just a very, very large number. And in comparison, scientists have said that there are between 1,078 to 1,082 atoms in the known observable universe that we know of right now. And the private key is between 1 million plus and more. So your public key is nothing more than just a hash, and it often uses different hashing formulas, which renders it pretty much impossible to calculate back to the original number. Next, you have your wallet. So a wallet offers services that keep your keys together and ordering them. And a wallet is usually a software that holds all your public keys and addresses. Sometimes it stores in your private key as well, and you can use it to send cryptocurrencies, receive, and more. And some wallets, you can do more in some wallets more than others. And an example of a wallet is Metatask, so that's what we used during the Koios course to exchange cryptocurrencies and receive. There are also a lot of different wallets to choose from, but you should be choosing the one that's most suited to you and the one that's easier for you to use or that is supported by your laptop. Next, we have the client. So the client is also known as the client software. So it lets the wallet communicate with the network. So it connects the wallet that holds your keys to the miners to record the transactions. Then we have nodes. A node is essentially a program running on a single computer that allows you to connect with the rest of the blockchain network. And it connects to other nodes as well. And they send information back and forth. And they check if the transactions between people are valid. If not, take it off. And it also stores the information about the state of the blockchain. And with a node, you can catch up and review the entire history by downloading the blockchain ledger. And some mining tools. So these are hardware is used to mine the Bitcoin, such as different software options out there. There are different software options out there. The three main types that I know are the GPU, ASIC or ASIC, and FPGA. And they're on supported platforms such as Windows, Linux, etc., and more. Next, we have developer tools. So that's GitHub, and that's just an open source that's free for everyone, and you can work on projects together and share data and codes and all that stuff. And last is protocols and communications. So all communications are done on the TCP, the Transmission Control Protocol, and that's one of the main protocols in the Internet Protocol. So it's commonly referred to as a TCP/IP, and it originated from the initial network implementation, and and that then complemented the Internet Protocol, and that's why it's called TCP/IP. So yeah, thank you for listening, and that's all for my video assignment.